Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Whoa. Alright, we got a lot of stuff to get into today, so let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? This is kind of a special day, because I'm going to play something new for you. I've actually already played it. It's pretty rough. It's Sonata Giacosa Movement 3. I haven't been working on it for that long. I've been kind of taking my time through it, honestly. Which, hold on, sorry. Let me go ahead and tell you what this is you're even watching right now. This is a practice log, which consists of three things. First, there's small talk, which is this right now. I'm gonna talk to you about, like, just the stuff that I do day to day. School's almost out. I've been practicing a lot, been making a lot of videos. That's been fun. Randy Rhodes, that was an interesting one. You guys seem to like that. Second, I'm gonna answer some comment questions. I don't really have any lined up, but I'm gonna answer a few of them today. And then third, I'm gonna play something for you. And like I said, it's going to be Sonata Giacosa Movement 3. I've been working on a lot of new music, so, you know, that's been cool. So yeah, I don't know. Is there any small talk you want to get into? School's almost out. I probably have 6 more hours of actual work I have to do before school is done. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to start working on that recital class, and I'm really excited about it. The weather's pretty nice. It's been warming up. I like that, you know? Is it getting warmer where you are? Are you gonna try to geolocate me with that information? It rained this morning. Don't use that against me. I'm letting you into my life. I'm trusting you right now. Alright, how about we get into some of these comment questions and then we're all gonna go home, shall we? So I've been looking back at some of my older videos, like by older I mean a few weeks old. I made the one beta blocker video and you guys have some suggestions there, so let me just go through a few questions. This one's from Yorkshire Peacocks. Have a pint or two of beer, great for the nerves. Not 10 pints, just a couple. And you're talking about for nerves, like to calm your nerves, or the yips as you guys call it, which is something that I've had in almost all of my performances that I've documented here, except for the last one, and I don't think that was a fluke. I really think that I'm getting to that place where, at least under normal circumstances that I've dealt with so far, I'm getting familiar enough with them to where I won't get the yips, and I'm just kind of becoming okay with whatever the outcome is, and I'm not that worried about it. Performing is really weird. It puts you in this weird place where you just kind of have to be okay with whatever you are and just kind of go out there and do it. You can't lie to yourself for a performance. Like, you can lie to yourself day to day and say, like, yeah, I can actually play this music. I really can. I can, like, when I'm practicing 3 hours into a practice session, I can actually play this perfectly. But in reality, no, you can't, and you're lying to yourself. But when you perform, you know exactly how good you are. And it hurts at first, but there's something actually kind of liberating about that. And it makes it really clear what you need to work on in the future. Just have 2 pints of beer before performing? No. No. If you're trying to, like, calm your nerves with alcohol, first off, I think 2 pints of beer is, like, way too much. And there's a few more options that you guys have left here. This one's from Michael Gonzalez. Bro, eat a banana right before your competition. Trust. That's definitely a better idea. And of course, on top of those 2 things, there's like a ton of you just saying, like, ingest this before your recital and you'll play better. I promise. Especially at the beginning of this year when I was just starting the master classes, and every time I would play in them, I would get like super nervous and I would get the yips like hardcore. I tried buying those stress gummies. I tried doing things like taking Advil or Tylenol beforehand. Especially Tylenol. There's something about it that just, like, when I take it, it makes my anxiety just kind of muted a little bit. That's not a good thing to do, though. That's not something that I'd want to rely on for every time I want to perform. But I did try doing that stuff in the beginning, and after a while, I just kind of gave up on it. And even bananas, like, I would try that too. There's already so much that goes into a performance, and honestly, if I'm worrying about, like, what stuff I'm gonna ingest, like, if I have my bananas and, like, taking them at the right time before, and, like, my Tylenol or my stress gummies or my, like, alcohol, like, I think if you believe that that's the stuff that's gonna save you from having a bad performance, you're already in a bad spot, and you just need to perform more and get more experience. Like, for me, the performance is something that I want to be really sacred, and I always want to be in my right mind every time I've performed, because I, like, in the last, like, 2 months or so, I've performed in, like, high pressure situations 6 times, and then beyond that I've done master classes, like maybe 40 or so of them over the last year, and I remember going up for like all of them basically. And that time before, especially when you're waiting to go on for that like hour, and then like 30 minutes before, and then 5 minutes before, it feels like you're on death row waiting to die. But every time I've been waiting to die, I get a little bit less afraid of actually dying. And then in the last one especially, I was able to actually enjoy it and go out there and play and like kind of show off and like show like what I got in a way that felt really good for like kind of a lot of people, way more people than I ever thought I'd be comfortable doing that in front of. So I don't know, like I think something that probably all of us have gone through, because I assume that we all care about music and play an instrument in some way. If you're not a experienced performer, and maybe you haven't done master classes like consistently every week for years and years, and also pursued performances, maybe you've just had one or two and you just remember them as really bad experiences. I don't think those things are something you should turn to until you've had like hundreds of performances and it's really not working. Because after enough time, you do get used to it, even though it seems impossible. Like I remember on like performance 20 of the master classes, it's like I've already done 20 of these things. When am I going to get over this hump? But I mean, you know, like it took a year. It took a year of doing them every week and then also doing higher stake performances, and I feel like I really am over the hump and I could go on again and do well. In fact, the last two higher stake performances went really well, and like I felt good in them. I was more nervous for the second to last one, but the last one I really felt like in my own. And if you want to see some of that, my last couple of shorts, I have clipped of that, and then also if you click on the video that they're clipped from, you can watch the whole like 12-minute performance. It was pretty good, I think. It was definitely way better than I ever would have imagined performing in front of people like a couple of years ago. So I don't know, try not to worry about that stuff. And that would be my advice for anybody who has less experience than me. Now, you can have more experience than me, and you might find that like I'm super nervous all the time. Maybe experiment with some of those extracurriculars, they might work. You know, everybody's different. I find that especially in my adulthood, I'm usually pretty collected. Even when doing like public speaking and stuff, it just doesn't really bother me that much. And I think part of it is probably YouTube. I remember even when I first made this YouTube channel, talking like this in front of a camera was really uncomfortable, and I would even get nervous to do it. And I think that probably helped with some public speaking, which is weird because I'm alone right now and I'm just talking to a camera. But it does kind of feel like a person that I'm talking to, and I'm trying to like get some information out for you. But yeah, I'm just saying, everybody's different. You know, but first, get a bunch of performances in before you try anything like that. Hey, quick questions from the same video. This is from Eddie Would Know. Hello, Cameron. I want to get an entry-level classical guitar. That's amazing, dude. Did I have anything to do with that decision? That warms my heart. I get a lot of emails from, like, dads, electric guitar blues dads, and they're like, I never, ever would have imagined playing a classical guitar, but I am going to buy one now because of you. And it's like, wow, that is, I don't know what effect that's having on society. It's got to be good though, right? Less blues, more classical. Come on now. But you said, hello, Cameron. Thank you for addressing me by my name and not that Mr. Hands nonsense that you all seem to think is so funny. You all think it's so funny calling me Mr. Hands. I want to get an entry-level classical guitar. Do you have a video on this subject? I don't really have a video on any subject in particular. I kind of just ramble at the camera and I edit it into a video, and then I give it some clickbait title that's sometimes related to the video, sometimes not. So no, not really. Entry level, we're talking like $300 to $500. Yamaha C40. There you go. Find a used one. If you play guitar already, see if you can go to a guitar center or ideally some like local music shop so you're supporting some smaller business or something. If you care about that, I don't care. I'm Mr. YouTube over here. Mr. Google. Just log on to Amazon and buy a Yamaha C40. There's tons of used one, but be sure to buy a new one so the factory has to make a new one that you can then throw in an ocean when you give up on your Kirkasi etudes. No, I'm just kidding. But there are good deals out there for cheap entry-level Yamahas, and I find the Yamahas are pretty good. There's a local music store that I go to for my strings in my undisclosed place that I live. They have Cordobas. They have like a C10, and I think they might have a C12 and a C7, and I play all of them, and they feel exactly the same, exactly as crappy as one another, but like $1,500 separating the lowest of the highest model. And then the Yamahas, like of course the $300 to $500 Yamahas aren't that great, but they're still better than the Cordoba, and honestly I kind of prefer them to the C10. And then they also had a $1,500 Yamaha model. It was like a grand concert or something like that. If my guitars got stolen or burned or something and I needed a guitar tomorrow for like $1,500 just to get me by for a year or two, I would just get this guitar, because this guitar is fine. Like, it wasn't that loud, but it wasn't quiet, and I think it was a fan brace, and it like felt okay. It sounded pretty good. $1,500 right there. That's like, for most people, that could be your last classical guitar, and you could play that your whole life. The most important thing, though, is, especially if you already play guitar, is go to the music stores and try out your cheap entry model guitars. I find, at least when it comes to classical guitars, usually the quality is better than like steel string guitars. Like, you can find such a vast quality variety of steel strings. Like, some of them feel great, some of them feel horrible at the same price. I find classicals are more consistent, but usually out of like 10 entry-level classical guitars, there's one or two that are just like better than the rest, and you'll know when you play it. And you just can't have that kind of quality control if you're buying something online. I would recommend that for any guitar. Never buy a guitar online. Always go there and try it out, because guitars are so personal, you know, especially as you play more and more. Like, I could never buy a guitar online unless it was an electric guitar or something and I didn't care how it played, or like I assume it'll just play like any other electric guitar. But yeah, do all that, and this is the video on that, and the title of this video will probably have nothing to do with it, so if you have another question about it, just ask it again, and then maybe I'll answer it at some point. But in short, go to a store, try it out, buy the one that feels the best. Don't do it online. Whoa! Alright, this one is from Obverse Tom Erv. Same video that I'm looking at the comments from. Jeez, you delete a lot of comments. What's up with that, dude? Insecure? I have left egregious comments as just like principle. If you want to say something, like, say it, whatever. I don't delete anything. I've never deleted comments. Actually, that's not true. In the first couple of months, I did delete comments because my skin was a little thinner back then. But nowadays, dude, what comments are getting deleted? It's probably because you're saying something really messed up and YouTube is like automatically deleting them. You think I would delete your comment? What could you say that I would delete? Who do you think you're talking to right now? There's some other dude under it. This is Addy Ions. Yep, he's funny. Dude, yes, there we go. He's funny, but more of a content creator than a humble musician, in my honest opinion. What does that have to do with deleting comments? I appreciate you think I'm funny. I don't delete comments. Don't say that I delete comments. I literally never do. In fact, where some of your really messed up comments go is the held comments. Yeah, there we go. Let's take a look at my held. Dude, these are gonna be horrendous, I bet. See, I have no control if my comments are held, and I'm not gonna look at my held comments on purpose to like approve each one, because guess what? Most of them probably shouldn't be approved, and I don't want to read them. Alright, the first comment's talking about Tim Henson, and it's like some horribly ignorant stuff. Whatever. I'm surprised this one got held. You freaking nerd. He said freaking. He didn't say you don't know what you were even talking about. That, I feel like I'm gonna approve that one while I'm here. I mean, that's fine. You could say that. As long as you're not being, like, horribly cruel, like, especially to other people. You can be cruel to me. I don't care. Is this for real? What makes you think people want to hear you poop on everything? I don't know if you are joking or what. Take your negative butt and go practice because you suck, sir. I feel like that one's fine, too. I'll approve that. You are a waste. Man, YouTube is a little sensitive, huh? You are a waste. I'll approve that one too. That was on the Angie and D14 video. Soy boy cat lady douchebag. That's pretty good and accurate. Another Angie and D14. You offended a lot of musically illiterate hipsters with this one. Nicely done, angry D porta potty. I'm not gonna approve that because, again, you're being cruel to someone else, but that is funny. Oh, here we go. Why do all obnoxiously untalented smug guitar have the same fake 80s FM DJ voice? This is my voice, dog. I can try to, like, raise it up, like, YouTube style. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Marty Shorts here. The same nervous little rabbit face and same trendy first name. Dude, Cameron is a pretty dope first name. I'm sorry about my voice. I don't mean to sound like this. This is literally how I talk. I'm not trying to put on any, like, swagger or anything. I try to talk, like, loud, kind of, but that's more just so the microphone hears my voice clearly. Like, I could, like, talk down here. Maybe, like, do you want me to sound more like this? This isn't really how I would usually talk. I would usually talk, like, more full voice like this, and I'm sorry that I have such a deep, booming voice. I'm sure that makes you uncomfortable and insecure, but, you know, that's how I sound. I'm not, like, over here like this, like, putting on some extra deep radio voice. Blah, yeah. Just how I sound, bro. What a big effing waste of time. Approved. So true. You're an idiot, spelled Y-O-U-R. Approved. Oh, look, my girlfriend literally has a comment that's been blocked by YouTube. They seem cool. Thanks for putting me on, babe. Heart face. And that was for Angie and D14, because she asked what my video was about, and I told her it was on that new band. And she was like, oh, are they good? And I was like, yeah, I think you would like them, because you like King Gizzard. So yeah, I'll go ahead and delete that one. Sorry, Heather. Boom! No, I'm just kidding. Thumbs down, you suck, bro. Let me go ahead and approve that. that. I've been scrolling a lot and I'm only 2 weeks in. So YouTube does delete a lot of stuff, and I promise you I'm not deleting anything. But if you say something extremely ignorant and like something that's going to be caught by the algorithm, there are a lot of words that will be caught by it. Even words that you might not expect. But if you want to say something mean to me, maybe run it through ChatGPT and have it rephrase it into a way that's not going to get flagged by the algorithm if you want to do that. And I promise I'm not deleting anything. Do you think I have time to delete anything at all? Like, no. That got me angry. If you guys know how to push my buttons. I feel like a lot of you aren't good at it, but some of you can really push my buttons. And something you'll learn about me, I'm kind of macho. Like, I don't try to be, but I end up being macho a lot of the times. And if you attack, like, my ability to take criticism and stuff, I'm like, hey, watch it, buddy. You think I can't take a joke? I'm Mr. Joke. You think I can't take a joke? I get upset about that. I don't like that. That's a joke I can't take. You can call me ugly and stupid and wrong, but saying I can't take a joke, or that I delete comments, that I'm like a baby deleting comments, ooh. Hey, I'm going to show you me playing a piece that's not nearly ready yet. And I'm not even going to play the whole thing. I'm going to stop at the second ending of the repeat. But I hope that it just gives you a little taste of what it'll be like eventually. Why don't you check this out? Close enough. Jeez. But faster. Faster. Whoa, pretty good, right? It'll get better. If you guys remember the first movement of that same Sonata Giacosa, it was pretty rough for a while, and then there was 1 week where it just wasn't, and now I feel like it's pretty good. The same thing's gonna happen with that, and I've been focusing on it a lot for the past week, along with the Yobet Sor variations on Folius. I'll probably play that next time. And then Las Abajas as well. Is that how you say it? I hope so. So a lot of new music that I'm going to be bringing to competitions like towards the end of the year. I have a couple lined up. I'll announce them once it's like official. I said that I would take a year off of competitions. I don't think I need to take that long. I think it'll be alright if I go and do some really quick, but that'll be after the summer for sure. Just a lot of practicing, a lot of reaction videos to make too. I have some ideas for bigger videos too. Not vlogs per se, but you know what, you'll see in the future. I just got a lot of ideas. I really want to focus on YouTube over the summer because YouTube has given me a lot, and not for nothing, mind you. Like, I've also given everything that I have to YouTube, and I've stayed committed to it, and like like, I'm on it. And I'm here for you guys. I just want to entertain you, and I want to inspire you. Wherever I can steer you right, I'll try to do that. But yeah, I just have a lot of big ideas that'll be fun. But also, a lot of reaction videos to make, and a lot of practice logs to make too, because I'm going to be practicing a lot. I think we can go ahead and wrap this one up here. So of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. If you want to know how to get better at performing, not that I'm the best person to come to, because I'm new in this, but I do feel that I'm getting better, and I really believe that the recital class is something that has helped me a lot, and I'll be starting one soon. And it's something that I'm developing kind of slowly over time, just to like figure out exactly what it's going to look like. But what I have in mind right now, and just so you guys know the rules of it, classical guitar, but also if you play another classical instrument and you're learning art music on it, that's fine too. If you play cello or violin or piano, that's fine. You can show up if you want. But I'm gonna have the most to say to you if you play classical guitar. And this is just a place to not so much get feedback. It's not a masterclass per se, even though I probably will give some amount of feedback depending on how many people are in it in any given class. But it's a place to try things out, because you have no idea how well you can actually perform something until you perform it in front of people who are attentive and watching and looking to see how you do. This will be happening every weekend on this, like during the summer at the very least, and you could show up to every one and play the exact same piece over and over again. And in your mind you might be like, this is getting boring, surely nobody wants to hear this. But the reality is, I don't care what people want to hear. It's not about enjoying the class, it's about you getting the repetitions on a piece to where you feel comfortable finally in performing it. And it might take like 20 times or 30 times or 40 times, just playing the same piece every week. But once you do that, it changes you, and it makes you like really aware of every issue in that piece, and it helps you go and practice them and fix it. And then at the end of that, you have a real product that you can like actually perform consistently, which is kind of what classical music's all about. Can you consistently reproduce this show? And that's a hard thing to do. Super hard to do that. It takes a lot of practice. Like, it takes as much practice as it takes to actually learn how to play the music and to play it well, to be able to perform it consistently like that. So that's what this is going to look like. And I'm going to be playing in it too. Just so I'm thinking like week to week, what piece am I going to play in the class? What's my primary focus for this week? And then seeing how it goes, what went right, what went wrong, and it just informs your practice later. Yeah, and that's the kind of class that it's going to be. And I'm sure that I will keep talking about it until it's finally done, and I will probably talk about it as it's going on too. But you know, everyone's invited as long as you're playing art music on an instrument, preferably classical guitar though. Like, you know why. I'm a classical guitarist here on YouTube. I assume that a lot of the instrumentalists watching right now are probably classical guitarists. But again, you know, any art music is fine. Don't show up playing your cover of Wonderwall though. That's not what this class is. For that, you can go to an open mic at a bar, because that's where you would do stuff like that. Of course, there's Ruten's Delight. Head on down over there if you want some merch. There'll be a sale soon, so you know, hold out for that. Like I said, the semester's almost over. I feel like I've been saying that a lot, but it is actually almost over. May 6th is the last real day, and it's like, it's gonna be great. Summer's gonna be nice. Lots of videos to film, lots of stuff to do, lots of guitar to practice, and lots of classes to do. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and get your stuff ready, and it's gonna be exciting. All right, I'll see you in the next one.